Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. I wanted to talk about VR&E, specifically qualifying for it. A great example on how you could leverage that benefit to land a $100,000, $200,000 a year job. What industry you can jump into in a 4-week period and get job placement assistance into that field, as well as utilizing it to maybe if you want to move to a different city, a different county, a different state. You could also leverage it there as well with that job placement aspect. So before I jump into it, I want to throw out a special thank you to Depths and Discipline. Depths and Discipline, thank you so much for that super comment, super chat. I truly appreciate your support very much. Now, before we jump into it, VR&E, Veterans Readiness and Employment, as well as Post 9/11 GI Bill are both accepted by the Automobile Dealership Institute. They provide a 4-week course to become a finance manager and then get you job placed into the area, whatever city, county, state that you want to get into. They help you with that, and you can land literally $100,000 plus a year job. The average income, according to the reports on that stuff, is over $200,000 a year, so pretty big. What I wanted to talk about real quick is everybody pretty much understands Post 9/11 GI Bill. You have it, you don't, you can utilize it, there you go. Now, for Veterans Readiness and Employment, this is a little bit of a tricky situation for some folks because they don't understand what the qualifier is. How do you become eligible? It is a 2-step process. So I'm going to kind of front load some of this with it and give you a little bit of insight on the VR&E program and how you can get into that program with the VA, and they will pay for this training for you along with whatever other training you want to get into. But I'm going to utilize the Automotive Dealership Institute as the example here. And if you're really interested in utilizing them, they have a veteran liaison. Reach out to them. They're more than happy to have the conversation with you. Like I always say, information is free. Go get it, and then you can make an informed decision. So hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. All right, so eligibility for Veterans Readiness and Employment. Again, hit the thumbs up. Let the video run. That helps put this in the hands of others. So if you are a veteran, are you eligible? Well, it's kind of a 2-step process. So number one, you must not have received a dishonorable discharge, and you must have a service-connected disability rating of at least 10%. Now, the way they look at this is in order to utilize VR&E, Veterans Readiness and Employment, to gain training or education to land you into another job field, what you want to show that counselor is that your condition, whether it's a 10% rating, 20, 30, 70, 80, whatever your rating is, whatever your conditions are, you have to show that your condition is really inhibiting your ability to continue doing that same type of job, or to continue doing that job if you even got out of it, right, to get back into it. So an example would be you got some really bad musculoskeletal issues and you had a labor intensive job. Maybe you were construction, maybe you were mechanic, whatever. Maybe though that back issue, that neck issue is just like, this is a no-go. I can't keep doing this type of work. And then your counselor would hopefully then recognize that and go, okay, well, in this example I'm giving you, maybe, look, you know a lot about cars, you can have that kind of dialogue, you enjoy cars, automobiles, trucks, whatever. Maybe we segue you into becoming a finance manager at an automobile dealership. You got the wherewithal, you were the head mechanic guy ordering all the parts, you understand numbers and all that stuff. So, with a 4-week crash course, drinking out of a fire hose, right, we'll get you all trained up and get you put into a position. So, number one, you have to have that service-connected condition, right? Now, when the VA receives your VR&E application, they're going to schedule you an initial evaluation with a voc rehab counselor. That counselor will determine if you are actually entitled to receive the VR&E benefit. That is probably the most important piece to understand. The counselors, they have all the power. I personally applied for VR&E, was denied. Applied again, was denied. Applied again, and the third counselor that I had actually my story resonated with them, and they allowed me into the program, and I was able to go get my training / education that way. So next thing you got to do here is understand that you have a 12-year period to utilize this benefit if you were discharged from active duty before January 1st, 2013. You have 12 years to utilize this benefit based on one of two dates. The date you received notice of your date of separation from active duty, or the date you received your first VA service-connected disability rating. For most people, that's going to be it. You receive your disability rating, bam, the 12-year mark starts, timeline starts for you. Again, if you were discharged from active duty before January 1st, 2013. Well, what if you were discharged after that? If you were discharged after January 1st, 2013, the 12-year period does not apply to you. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the Automotive Dealership Institute. My friends over there, they are fantastic. I have created a partnership with them. They sent me all the bells and whistles to share with you as well. I will tell you this, that they have over a 90% job placement rate for finance and insurance managers within 90 days of graduation. The average income reported by the NADA in, I believe it was in 2023, was $200,472. It's a 4-week program. And again, I think the job placement aspect is probably, really, that is one of the most beneficial aspects of it. For veterans, they have a veteran liaison that can help you through the entire process. So again, look, the bottom line is information's free. Reach out, give them a call, have the conversation. They are licensed and government approved. They're the only finance and insurance management school to accept the post 9/11 GI Bill, as well as the VR&E program, which almost any veteran would be able to apply for, and then hopefully you can get found eligible. Now, their phone number is 877-222-7107. You should absolutely reach out to them. I'm going to share a couple things with you. You get a fantastic binder. This is huge, a big, fat, huge binder for all of your 4 weeks of study there. They give you a fantastic hardbound book for all the good stuff. It's got really small print for those of you that are into small print. And then I used to be okay with small. Well, look, let's be honest. I can't even read that well, so I'm not really good with any print. Audiobook, that's me. And then you get here's a sample. I don't know who Robert L. Smith is, but Robert L. Smith, virtual, whatever. This is the diploma, right? So you get the diploma. You get all the stuff you need. But again, I think the biggest piece is really that job placement. Obviously, getting trained up and understanding what's going on is important. What things does it include? Let me tell you. You get all the materials that I just showed you. You get the Finance and Management Diploma. You get Expert Nationwide Job Placement Assistance, which is outstanding. As far as the courses are concerned, it teaches you everything that you absolutely need to know with regard to being a finance manager at not only an automobile dealership. It could be motorcycles, it could be RVs, boats, tractors, whatever it is that requires financing, you're going to be ready to go. They're going to teach you everything you need to know with regard to financing, subprime and prime, deal structuring, desking deals, subprime lending, legal compliance, the software, hands-on training, which is very valuable, leasing, credit report analysis, loan process and funding, and the list goes on. So with that, reach out to them if you're looking for a new job. Maybe you're looking to move and look, I'll tell you, the hardest thing to do is if you want to move out of state or really kind of far, if you want to move any distance, the hardest thing to do is to land a job there so you can move there. It's always, a difficult thing to do. That's why many people just kind of stick where they are. If you want to move to another location that you think is going to be more beneficial for you and your family, maybe you're 100% rated, maybe you're permanent and total, and maybe you want to get into a state that gives you no no real estate tax, that type of stuff. Maybe the cost of living's lower, those types of things. If you're wanting to start a new life and turn the page, open up a new chapter, change the book, whatever you want to say, this could be the answer for you. I'm just saying, look, I get it. It's not right for everybody, but it might be right for you, and it might be right for one of our brothers or sisters. And believe me, I would rather work with a finance manager that's a veteran that we can have a conversation with than somebody who's not a veteran, right? So with that, thanks for watching. I appreciate you very much. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.